Valentine's Day was introduced in Australia on February the 14th, 1897 by Delvis Schroeter, a florist working in Buckettown, South Australia. To celebrate the day, he came up with the idea of charging the price of £12 6pence for 1 dozen roses. His body was found floating in the Buckettown River on February 15th with 12 6 worth of assorted flowers inserted in his rectal cavity. Investigating police officer Sergeant Exfolius Fruit Bowl stated that the list of suspects was in the hundreds and that the victim kinda looked like a peacock. This is a dangerous land. Since Mr. Schroeter's unsuccessful attempts, many people have tried to reintroduce Valentine's Day in Australia. Their attempts have varied, from unsuccessful to violent. A man who tried to popularise Valentine's Day was Bertrand Hacker, owner of Hacker's Exotic Pets and Discount Butchery. Attempting to cash in on the iconography of Valentine's Day, he came up with the idea of selling sheep hearts for people to give to their Valentines. The idea never caught on, and his house was burned to the ground on the following day. Realising that people found the bloodied hearts of dead animals unromantic, he returned the next year with another idea. However, his bull testicles remained unsold, and his shop mysteriously exploded on February the 15th. By now, Bertrand Hacker had realised that offal and vital organs of slaughtered creatures would never take off, so he turned his attention to a new Valentine's project. He started selling the love gun, believing there was an untapped market for women's firearms. His body was found the next day. The cause of death was from having his head blown off by one of his love guns that had been inserted in his rectal cavity. Despite the fact that it seemed biomechanically impossible for Bertrand Hacker to reach the trigger, let alone pull it, his death was ruled as a suicide by police forensics constable Exfolius Fruit Bowl. More recently, Valentine's Day was used as a platform for the political views of Mr. Timothy Limp, founder and chairperson of the cane toad love association. Cane toads are a feral species, once described by poet laureate Bruce Shart as follows.
God made the cane toad from dross and dregs. He took a greasy scrotum and gave it legs.
On Valentine's Day 1981, Timothy sent an open letter to the Prime Minister of Australia, stating his belief that the poor reputation of cane toads was due to a smear campaign by the pest control industry. He also requested that the animal's name be changed from cane toad to the more affectionate moniker of love puppies. A few days later, he received a thanks but no thanks letter and a signed cricket bat from the Prime Minister's office. Unperturbed, he then launched an advertisement encouraging people to give cane toads as gifts on Valentine's Day.
Hi, I'm Timothy Limp, CEO of the Cane Toad Love Association. This Valentine's Day, give the one you love a cane toad, or love puppy as all the cool kids call them. They're a fun, affectionate pet, and you can even take them in the bath. They're very loving, as you can tell by the way they're always copulating. So this Valentine's Day, give a cane toad. They're toad-tastic.
The next day, his body was found in his backyard pond, with over 24 cane toads inserted in his rectal cavity. The detective in charge of investigation, Exfolius Fruitbowl, described the scene as mildly amusing.